Hello there, and I wanted to share something that happened to me this morning actually. And I was at the market and I was doing my shopping like normal. And I got home, I was unpacking my veggies, and I looked in my wallet and I realized that I had lost $50 somewhere. That somehow between me going to the market in the morning and getting back somewhere at the market, I must have pulled $50 out to pay something, and another 50 had dropped on the ground or something like that. I don't know. But somehow $50 went missing, from my wallet. And when I realised this, my first thought, my first reaction was, shit, that's $50. That's a reasonable amount of money. But then as soon as I sort of stopped and I thought about this, I was able to recognize and realize that, hey, if I was at the market and all of a sudden I looked down and I found $50, how amazing would that be? And and how amazing is it if anyone out there has found money that's just lying there? How cool is that? And how good does it feel when you find money? Whether it's $50 more or less, doesn't really matter. It's just the fact of finding money. And so what I did was I was able to shift my perspective and say, instead of losing $50 this morning, what I've actually done is I've given a gift to somebody else, whoever that is, I've got no idea, but I've given a gift to somebody else of finding $50. And through doing that, I went from being a bit pissed off, actually, and a bit disgruntled, to actually feeling quite happy and feeling a lot better about the whole situation within a couple of seconds. Now, about 5 minutes later, it actually did pop into my head again, shit, like you could have really used that 50. But then again, what I did was, well, like what I've done is I've been able to pay it forward with somebody. I've been able to share that money with somebody else, and how awesome, are they going to feel when they find that? Regardless of what they do with it, actually doesn't matter. And it really helped me to, reinstate how I was feeling within myself. And it really helped me to understand a little bit more about how much it changes. Your perspective can change when you change your perspective, and how much you can feel different when you change your perspective. And there's I hear it a lot. I've heard myself say this, I've heard other people say this. It comes up in the work that I do with people, and people say, I need to change, I want things to change. And the thing that I hear, or that comes through quite a lot, is, okay, if you want some change, you've got to be prepared to change. And changing your perspective, changing your behaviors, changing your outlook, your thinking, is going to change your environment, is going to change the things that happen to you. And now they're actually telling me, by gifting that $50 or paying that forward to somebody is giving me the opportunity to share this and to do another video and to be able to pay it forward with other people. And so what a beautiful gift is that. And so if you're really looking for change in your life, it's really about you asking yourself, okay, what am I doing in my life that's reactive, like me going, oh shit, I lost $50 in my life that I'm not happy about? And then what about if I flip that 180, the opposite way, and was like, well, what if I found $50? Or what if this happened? because when you start doing that, what you're doing is you're creating space, you're creating openness. And sometimes you don't need to have a really clear answer, but what you can do is to say, I'm willing to change whatever I need to do to be able to bring in more of what I really want and need. And I did say want and need because what you want is sometimes not what you need. If you state this to spirit, your spirit guides, you want to say the universe, you can say to yourself or your higher self, you say, yeah, I want the things that are going to help me to feel good, or you can direct it into, I want to create positivity in my life. I'm open, ready, and receptive to having beautiful things come into my life. And I'm also ready to release the things that aren't working for me, the things that I am doing that are not benefiting my life. And they're telling me that you can use this as a bit of a mantra in the morning. And when I say a mantra, I don't mean just about repeating mindlessly this thing, but it's about stating an intention, or it could be an invocation that you do at the start of the day. And that is that I am open, ready, and willing to release anything that I need to that is not benefiting me, in order to be open, to be willing to receive the things that will benefit me. And by saying this on a daily basis, and only saying this once, you only need to say this once if you just be within that moment, if you just own what you're saying as much as you can. And then they're saying, get ready for things to change, because things will start changing if you really say this and mean it. If you're really going, yeah, cool, I want more awesomeness in my life. I want more alignment. I want more balance. I want more happiness. I want more fun. I want more joy. And then be open to receiving that in whichever way is going to benefit you most at the time. Because it's sometimes not as much about directing yourself and saying, I want it specifically in this way. Now, by doing that, they're saying you will get this, but you might actually get it at a time when you've actually outgrown what you want. And how many times have you said, I want this, I want this, I want this, and then all of a sudden you get it and you go, shit, this is just not working for me anymore. And the reason for that is because it's outdated, and it was something that you wanted, and you did manifest this, and you did put this into alignment within your field, but then by the time that it did come into being within yourself, it wasn't something that was going to uplift you. It wasn't going to be something that was going to create more joy, more uplifting, more benevolence, more happiness within your life. And that's why you can say to yourself, I'm open to receiving all the things that are going to uplift me, or going to create more joy, more happiness, more beauty, more love, more fun within my life. And allow yourself to be open to these, and allow to be open to how you're going to receive this. You know, it could be in ways which are going to be, I'm being told, a little hidden sometimes at first. And what they mean by being a little hidden is it might be something which comes into your life which preempts you to go into another way of being, go down another path. It might actually help you change tracks. And it might be something that inspires you to do something different, or to go to different places, try different activities. Your thinking might change, whatever it is. So when these things do come into your life and you do recognize anything that feels good, that works for you, that is happy, that you feel excited about, basically anything good, you know, you feel good about that has occurred in your life, congratulate yourself for that and say thank you. And say thank you. This isn't my guide saying this, but this is me saying this. Every time I try to do this, I don't say I do it every time, but every time I say thank you guides, thank you Spirit for helping me to get this, thank you for bringing this into alignment, try to always say thank you to myself and congratulations to myself for being open to this, for being aware of this, for accepting this, which is a really big one for quite a few people out there, and for being comfortable with receiving something that is beautiful or possibly something very easy. And so it's about thanking yourself, it's about thanking your guides, thanking Spirit, thanking the universe, but it's about really recognizing these beautiful opportunities that come into your life and these beautiful elements which come into your life, which uplift you, which create more prosperity and abundance within your life, that create more love, you know, more joy in your life. So next time something happens in which you automatically go, shit, man, oh, that's really crap, do your best to sort of just stop for a second. And it's important to own that shit, to own that disappointment or whatever it is. Because if you don't own it, it's going to fester within you. So yeah, that did bum me out. At the same time, go, okay, I'm owning the bummed outness or whatever it is. At the same time, what is the opposite way of looking at this? What if I looked at it in a different way? And even if you can't smile like I did, thinking that somebody's going to find $50 and go, whoop, it's my happy day. Even if you can't do that, it's about going, oh, what if, you know, I felt like this, or this is another way that it can be looked at, or, you know, there's a variety of different ways that I can see this. I'm just going to be open to that as well. It's going to help you to shift within yourself, and it's going to help you to rearrange actually your behaviors, your thinking, they're saying causality of what is going to happen around you and within your life, and it's going to change the way that you manifest and what you manifest into your life. So these small sort of things can do some massive stuff and create some really big changes within your life. So allow yourself to be open to change in order to have change. All right. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining me. And I'll see you next time. All right. Lots of love.